Friday. Yes, we're ready to do this. It's ready. On Friday. Let's do the Cali Moves week one of phase four, day three. This is the final day of. This is essentially uh, the same day every Friday. Now, I think towards the end it changes up slightly. Um, when we go to the final week, the big difference is we have 6 sets. That's going to be crazy. Yeah, man, we're gonna be doing 6 sets. So I don't think it changes though on week 2 and 3. I think we're still doing five. Yeah, so we'll be doing five, five, 6. So that'll be interesting. Um, so of uh, the final week of the beginner act, the beginner uh, part of Cali Move is going to be 6 sets. We'll be doing 24 sets, which is it's this is kind of like if you listen to Jeff Cavalier, he's a fitness trainer. He does a lot of YouTube videos, does a lot of things to kind of help get you along the line, get you onto the right workouts, doing the right exercises. And he's got a lot of his own stuff. He runs Athlete on X, and he's got a bunch of different workouts. You just gotta kind of check them out, see what there is. I've done a few of his. I've done a couple. Actually, I've done one, maybe two of the Beast workouts. I know I did Beast Beast workout, which he has an X in the middle of it because athlete on X, so they put an extra X in it. So I call it the Beast workout. Um, so yeah, check that out. But he would say uh, 24 to 30 sets. I like 24 to 30 sets. To me, that always feels like a good number. So I'm actually of the same opinion. So now this will be the first time. Right now, we're only barely getting into 20 sets. This is 20 sets today. I think it was 20 sets on Wednesday. But these are the first times in the entire beginner thing where you do 20. You're usually doing something around 15, 16. In fact, Monday, I think we only did 10. So, yeah, we did 10 here, which was just five items. We did 2 sets each, and that was it. Next week, it's the same. Following week. Okay, so you get up to 15 on day one of the week, and I think that might be it. Yeah. So on day one of the week, you get as high as 15, but then you're doing 24 on Friday with 20, 25 on Wednesday. So, because you do 4 6s and this one's 5 5s. So yeah, we're going to be doing the 24 to 25 set range during the last week. But during the month, we typically Harashi will hit 25 on the second week or on the third week as well. But we're still only doing 20 or less. So yeah, this is it's going to start ramping up. We are getting to that point where they're starting to get you used to doing um, more work, and hopefully that means we're going to get start finding some real progress. Now, all the things so far for me, I have managed to get all the numbers. I'm usually hitting the eights pretty consistently. Granted, by the time the fourth or the fifth set come around, I tend to start losing it a little bit, and I don't always hit. So when I hit the 15s, it's 8 to 15. I'm generally closer to the 15, and generally over. But by the time you get to the second, third, or the third, fourth, fifth sets, I start coming down, and I'm actually just kind of hitting below. Now, ideally, for me anyway, I would hit the 15 every time, and probably have some extra. Now this says it's an 8. This does not have a final, which means you're not trying to go for max on any of the sets, but you are trying to get to that point where you're close, probably within a couple of reps. So you have a little juice left, so hopefully you can keep hitting those numbers, and you just keep pushing into them. Now, the pull-ups today and the dips are assisted power-ups. So you use, if you can't push up with power, like almost like you're ready to let go of the bar. Like you would come up fast enough that you could let go of your grip for a split second and grab it again. That to me is the kind of power you're coming up with. You don't have to do that, but what I'm saying is like you can come up quick enough where you're in that moment of weightlessness because you're coming up fast enough that when you hit the peak, you're actually able to go above. Your grip is light. So that's on each one of those. So use a band if you can't do a power. So if it's all steady state, like you can't like pull fast because it's too heavy, too hard. Use a band. I've done that. It works good. It gives you a good way to start building up those fast twitch fibers, getting that muscles to explodey. But then it has a slow down, except for the dip. Looks like it's a one. So you're going to go down and power up, down, power up. The band assist is a slow down, so it's two. You're going to do it one, two, down. Um, I've been listening and finding out that a good workout actually has uh, slower repetitions, uh, just because it really injects the muscle. So if you want and you want to push yourself, do it on the fifth set, so you're not burning out, and just do what you can, even if they're slower. I mean, do full power as best as you can, and then see if you've got a couple of extra. Use it up. I don't mind. I think it's a good idea to have a final set where you're tapped out before you go on to the next thing. Because notice none of these exercises, there's only four of them, are really related at all. I mean, you're going to do a pull-up, which is a back, scapula, bicep thing. And then you can do dips, which is a tricep thing, tricep chest thing. And then you're going to go down and you're going to take a break. And then you're going to do a leg thing, total bottom half of the body, and the same thing with the next one, which is a glutes, which those two are a little bit more connected. You're still going to get glutes in both of them. So, keep an eye on what you're actually doing. 3 to 8 reps, that's pretty easy. So really focus on your form. I'm going to try to get my step block here in a moment and get it ready so that I can actually do the step ups. And I think we're good. Let's get started. This is going to take a bit of time, so it's 7:36. I have, I actually uh, planning to work a little bit today, so I will have to do my meeting at 9 o'clock. So I should probably get started. And let me get the final setup going, and I will be right back. Okay, I think we're all set. Oh shoot, not all set. Hold on, just one. Hey TDL, how you doing? I gotta go grab my step-up block, which I'm going to try to use today as well. I don't need that until the end, so I don't guess I don't have to have it out yet. You could see it back there by my camera in the back of the room there. But these are all going to be the first ones are pull-ups and dips, and let's start my strength workout. I went and swam yesterday. Okay, so I went to go swim yesterday, and I was going to do 1,500 meters, which is what I've been doing on the norm. But I went Tuesday, and I only did 500. I just like, nope, ran out of juice. It was time to stop. So I didn't act, so my Tuesday was a terrible workout because I was going to come home and do more. I did a few pull-ups and stuff, but it wasn't like enough to really do much. And I felt like, a light workout. It's good to have one every now and then. And then, so yesterday comes along and said, I'm gonna go try and do 1,500 this today, and I'll end up with 2,000. It'll be a good week of swimming. So I went out, and at 700, I was like, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm just gonna do a couple more. I'm gonna do a couple more laps back and forth. And then it was 900 or something. I'm like, wow, it's at least rounded off at 1,000. And so it's, I kept telling myself. So I go and I did a couple more, got myself to 1,000. I said, I didn't do any fast ones. I should probably do at least a couple fast finish ones. So I went back and forth as fast as I could, got to 1,100. It's like, well, I'm really not that far from 1,500. Ah, let's go to 1,200. I think 1,200 is good enough. Then I got to 1,200. I'm like, well, shoot, it's only six. Six is not a very big number. I could go six. So I started swimming. So I did the six, got to 1,500. I said, I want a plus. I want to come out ahead. And I ended up doing 1,100. I ended up doing 1,600 meters. So yes, I managed to push myself through to the end, but it took me a while because I was tired. I'm a terrible swimmer. I mean, I swim fine. I think my form is fine. It's just that I haven't built up that hold your breath cardio where you stop, you're holding your breath for a while and then you breathe. I mean, I know how to breathe and swim, but that constant flow, like I can go run, without stopping a half marathon distances, and I do that regularly, well, half marathon distances anyway, and I can do a bike for an hour, and I do some pretty intense pickup speed, slow down pickup speed. Both swimming, it's different. It's like there's a sense of you have, my brain keeps telling me you have to stop because it's swimming. If you don't stop, you can't just slow down to the point where you're resting. You have to stop because if you slow down to the point where you're resting, you can't breathe. You drown. So you actually have to do it's like it's a lot of it's in my head. I feel like a lot of times I keep going even though I don't. And it's just I got to get past that state of, I don't know. So these are my four exercises. The bottom four you see here, these are the ones we'll be doing. Weighted pull-up is my first one. I'm not going to pick any extra weight, but I'm also not going to use bands right away. It says 3 to 8. We are doing 5 sets or 4 sets today. No, 5 sets. And I've got to get this done. So let's get moving. We're going to start off. These are all power-ups. So we'll be doing, it's 2 countdowns. And I didn't warm up at all today, so I should probably go a little light. Let's go easy on this first set. Kind of wake up the muscles a little bit. Yeah. All right. Oops, what did I do? I think I have the wrong workout on. I think I have swimming set up. Yep. Somehow I started swimming. My brain must have had swimming on. I had swimming on the brain. Oh, stop it! I don't know how to turn this off. Got to restart my timer. All right, so I only did 8. Again, I'm trying to, and what is my break time? I have 2 minutes. Which has now been, I'm down to about 90 seconds at the rate I'm going, maybe even a minute. So we'll try to get this moving here. Stopwatch. Okay, so about a minute of rest here, and then I go over, do some dips. Um, should probably use the weight vest. The numbers are really light on dip. I don't think proportionately, I don't know if this is normal, um, but for me, dips are way easier. Way easier than pull-ups and have the same ranges. I think they try too hard to keep your ranges consistent. You know, so you're doing the same thing. It's easy to think 3 to 8, 3 to 8, 3 to 8. But I think certain muscle groups need to have different amounts, especially when you're doing body weight. Even at beginner phase, I think most people are going to be better at triceps. Now, I don't know that everybody's got a tricep dip bars like this. In fact, I'd wager that the answer to that is no, they most definitely do not. So I think Cali Move is, it's all about trying to make something that the people that they are selling to can follow. It's easy. It's not overcomplicated. Uh, and they're doing that. I mean, it's good. It's not a difficult workout as far as memorizing and keeping on. Let's get started here. I got to do 3 to 8, but I'll probably do more. First ones, I always go a little slower. Just kind of wake up the muscles a little. Okay, so now reset this. 2 minutes again. Then we'll switch over to the bar. I am not using a vest. That's the one problem with doing a vest, is I have to keep taking it off unless I'm. Now, if I was just doing pull-ups, not power-ups, I would probably just use the vest because it makes it easier to keep track of. I only did 10. But again, I don't like to overdo it in the first couple of sets. We have 5 sets here to do. Which reminds me, I'm going to up this to 5. And got about a minute. Take a swig of fluid. So what have you been? The weights kill me, especially at the beginning. Later on, they become feeling like, oh, good, I could use. Oh no, time's almost up. But at other times, at the beginning, I'm like, 2 minutes, that's a long time. But you got to get your rest and give your muscles a chance to recover enough so that you're able to get through these things. Because trust me, even at the beginning, you need that recovery so that the next one, you're not so burned out that it's too hard. Nope. Getting ahead of myself. I got another 15 seconds. Trying to stay on pace. Okay, got about 3 seconds, but it takes me a minute to get going. Okay. Here we go. Let's get a good solid 8 in, huh? All right, 10 power-ups. That felt much better. Hopefully I can get up to 12 before I have to start dropping again, but we'll see. I felt like I had pretty decent power in my upping. Maybe I'll just do some active stretching over here, or some stretching while I'm doing this. I've really got to keep my shoulders stretched out here. My shoulder's been kind of popping a little bit, but it hasn't been hurting, so that's okay in that sense. But not injured, still just tight and still pops a lot. Hoping to, oh yeah. All right. Holy moly, is that an ad? Must be an ad. It's definitely looking like an ad. Anybody who takes that much is trying to sell me something. Let's see what it says. Holy moly. Okay, hey, cool. You're not trying to tell me something. Thank you. um, wow, that's quite the long text, though. Uh, wow, is this like copy pasted? I mean, how did you type? You can't be typing that fast. Holy moly. Arch. All right, I gotta go do my dips. I will take a look at that in a moment. a lot of a lot of words there. Oops, I didn't put my vest on. Oh well. Guess we're doing a vestless round. Too far behind. I think my current weight is 183. I think I did. What did I do? 20? Close enough. All right. That's. Well, to be honest, I'm not a doctor, so uh, I don't. I don't believe most eating is going to stunt your growth. Uh, it's short of completely lacking vitamins of any kind. Um, typically, if you're worried about a diet having deficiencies, you could take a what do you call it, a daily vitamin, some kind of nutrients of that sort to supplement to make sure that you're getting your vitamins. But as far as your well-being, I'm not the person to ask. I'm not a doctor. I couldn't tell you that, hey, if you cut this out too much or that out too much. There's a lot of professionals out there that could be a lot wiser in what they can offer you there. Though I believe it's unlikely that your growth will be stunted for what you're eating. But generally, I would say as long as you're getting enough calories in and you're getting vitamins in, you're probably going to be fine with your normal function growth, that kind of thing. Certain cutting out too many of the wrong things could have some effects on your, I don't know about long term, but in the short term, your mood, your mental acuity, because you could find yourself feeling tired or lethargic because you're not getting enough calories or the right kinds of, uh, I don't know, stimulation from the food, the energy that you would need. So, yeah, I would definitely consult a doctor or a professional who knows a little bit more about that stuff than I do. So I definitely take what I say with a grain of salt. I just go, everything I teach or show on this, it's two minutes is up, is all experience, but I have never been officially trained in anything. So don't, I'm not your best source of expert help. Uh, nope, not getting to 12 today. But I feel like my power-ups are more powerful today. They're quicker. So that might be the offset. Plus, the shorter gaps are making a difference as well. Yeah, that's the thing about the nutrition industry. There's a lot of experts out there, and people will. There's a lot of conflicting information. I mean, just in exercise itself, there's a lot of talk is what's better, more lifting, heavy weights, light weights, less lifting, more frequency, higher quantities. Do you do do you do cardio? Do you not do cardio? Is running, swimming, biking? There's so many things. It's like this is good for you, this is bad for you, and then around you talk to another guy. This is bad for you, this is good for you. Yeah, it can be rough. But you know, uh, typically, again, my thought is you could try almost anything, but if it sounds dangerous, like say an all liquid diet, to me that sounds dangerous because I don't feel like you're going to get the energy, the proteins, the things you need from stuff like that. Um, it's probably not going to sit well with your digestive system. But to me, those just sound bad. The all carbs, no carbs, uh, those are all to me like extremes that are not ideal for your body. It's not how your body's built or designed. Uh, so, but yes, if you're going to try anything, I don't think anything you try. But my thought is build a diet up. 2 minutes is up. Build a diet up that's um, something you can keep up in the long term. There's really no point in a diet that you're only going to do, for 3 months and then quit. Yeah, it might change your weight, might help you to slim up, but you're not going to stick with it because it's stupid. Some diets are just stupid. You can't expect to have them be lifelong things. They might help you to get where you're going for the moment, but if you want to be able to stay fit and healthy, you got to find a diet that provides everything your body needs and allows you to enjoy what you're eating, because you can't live off of junk or off of 100% health food. I just don't know that it's possible. I mean, yeah, you can cut out sugars and stuff, and you'll eventually get used to not having them. But you still need to have a diet that you can stomach. I mean, if it's broccoli 24/7, you're not going to want to eat broccoli anymore. Okay, I don't think I was powering anymore at the end there. 18. 203. Well, at least I went up on that one. Slightly longer break than I would have liked. But yeah, that's my input on that. Just uh, just try to find something that's overall a good diet. Typically my thought here's how I do it. And don't get me wrong, I haven't gotten myself down to a 10%, probably because I'm not even good at what I do very, very well, but I'm consistently inconsistent. Um, eat what Eat a high protein focused diet. That's for muscle. And then everything beyond that, just limit your calorie range based on what it is you're trying to accomplish. That's how I try to do it. So if I want to lose weight or lose fat, keep the protein up, still hit your protein goals, uh, and just eat less. Everything that you eat, like say for example, you still eat a dessert, eat some cookies, you still eat your occasional kind of sweet yogurts or whatever. Um, you still have that big bowl of spaghetti. But keep in mind the calories that all these things are producing for you. Man, 15 seconds. I got much time. Um, if your body is a 2,000 calorie body, you want to reduce at least 500 calories every day down to 1,500. But you're at 5.5. I'm guessing your daily calorie intake probably shouldn't be more than 15 to 1,700. I think I'm about 1,700, and I'm a little taller than that. So I'm thinking probably around 15, which means if you're trying to lose weight or cut, probably looking at about 1,000 calorie a day diet, and which means it's going to be a mostly protein intake diet. Wait a minute, am I doing the right thing? Okay. That last one I don't think was a power up. Pretty sure that was only I did 10. I'm going to give myself a 10 because I did do 10 lifts, but it was probably only a 9 power up. But I have listened. I haven't done a whole lot of actual diets, formatted keto, carbo, blah blah blah. Was it Atkins is carbs and keto is not carbs? I don't know. I don't remember which ones they are. I haven't done any of those. I did Weight Watchers for a while, even though I was in pretty good shape. Again, I was trying to use it to trying to drop fat. Um, but still, those are what I like about like Weight Watchers and the point system they used to have. I don't even know how they're doing it nowadays. Is that it gives you a better gauge of how foods relate to what you're taking in each day. The higher point items are generally not that great for you, and you learn that okay, it kind of puts in your head the kinds of foods that are going to affect your body more negatively slash positively for weight gain, weight loss. So that's what I got from doing that. But I couldn't stick to the diet. But in time, my brain was still referencing those things to kind of help pin down what was good, what was helping. and whether or not this item would be all right to have. So like when I eat, say for example, God, time's up. Um, I eat desserts, cakes, cookies, whatever. I'm that kind of a person. I'm a cake, cookie, desserts kind of guy. I eat dessert almost every night, and this is why I can't get down here. But I don't eat a ton, right? So, they might say a cake has 8 slices in it. For me, it's more like it's got 32 slices because I take small slivers of a 2-layer cake. Because generally the craving will go away after you've eaten just a couple of bites. You don't need to have an entire piece of cake. Yeah, it's delicious, but after those first couple of bites, you really aren't starving still. You're not really craving it anymore. So you've cured the craving. If you only take a small amount, drink some milk with it, you will find that you can actually stop eating it. All right, so I got to 18, but I think my rate, I think I was closer to 3 minutes rather than 2 minutes on that. And the longer breaks will buy you a few more reps. One more set. These short gaps definitely burning me out quicker. Definitely have fewer in me. And to your very last part of your statement, you're not at peace, then I'd say if it's stressing you out too much, stress will screw with your body weight. So even if the diet is functioning correctly, if you're stressing out about it, it may not do what you hope it will. So again, I say eat normally. Focus on the protein first. Everything you eat, every meal, everything you do, eat protein. Does your meal have protein in it? If not, supplement it. Drink some milk with it. Maybe I make a half gallon of protein milk. So I take a half gallon of milk, 2%, and I throw in. Generally, I'll take a cup out of it, but I'll throw in 8 scoops of protein powder, making every cup of my milk 30 grams of protein. And then whenever I need to supplement a meal, pour a glass of my milk. You do have to shake it up regularly because it settles at the bottom. But what I do is I shake it up before I get my food ready, and then I pour it into a cup, usually about 3/4 of a 12-ounce cup. And then the bubbles from shaking it up will settle down to about a regular sized cup by the time your meal is ready, and you can drink it with your meal. But that just make sure you're getting the protein in with your meal. Hopefully you're getting a little protein in the meal as well. Throwing some veggies. Just I just say don't overthink the meals, and try not to eat too much. Eat till you're satisfied at top. Preferably you're not hungry still. 2:45. Jeez. When I'm talking, that time goes really fast. Okay. Last ones. I only got 8. Those last ones, they start to beat you down, man. Whew. All right, let's get to this. It's only been 45 seconds. See, when I'm not talking, time doesn't go as fast. Let my breath catch up to me here. Got one more set of dips. Then I get a 3-minute break. And then I go into the last 2 exercises, which is actually one hard one and one eh. I don't think glute bridges without weights is all that hard, but keeping them within 2 minutes of each other will probably make it go pretty fast. Make it a lot more challenging. Got 15 seconds here. All right, 3 seconds. 2, 1, go. Okay, that did it. That was 16. That's all I had. Definitely hitting my limits. Okay. Dumbbell step-ups, which I did not grab my vlog out. My new toy. So even at 20 inches, this is taller than the folding chair I was using. But I think at 24, it's too tall. Yeah, this would be actually kind of tough, I think. It's not that I can't do the push, but I don't know that I can go slowly down. I think you get to a point where your leverage on the down is too far. And I don't know if I could do that. Now, this is the level you want for pistol squat. But normally this foot would be out in front of you and you'll be able to level your balance better. I don't think I can do this. I can, but this foot ends up helping too much. I can't not push off with that foot at that height. I'm not there yet. We'll use this for now. I got about a minute, 15 seconds to go. So we're on to the dumbbell step-ups. I'm not using dumbbells yet. I'm not going to increase. What I'm trying to do is increase my height on that better because I want to get that full range of squat for the pistol squat. So I think he's using a block like this. I don't know if it's the same one, but I mean, I don't think it is. But he goes down pretty low too. Pretty sure he's doing probably about this height, the 20 inch. That's what it appears to me. Let's see, his knee is above his hip. Well, I'm getting my cardio up, or caught up. Got about 10 seconds left. These are only eights. I'm not doing weight on my, I'm not wearing weights yet. Maybe I will as we go on. But I'm just going to do the amounts I'm supposed to, 8 per leg, and then I'll try to increase the weight. Right now I'm just going to work on my form. Now in the past, you've probably seen me not only add weight, I've added reps. Uh, because, let's see, how is it? If I do a full weight? No, it's what? I think I do, I think I do 135 when I do this without any weight. And I only did 8. I probably will add weight, but again, for me, it's like trying to get that form, a depth. Maybe I'll increase the height this next time. Try the 30 or the 24. You know, you can't just say you can't do it. You got to actually prove to yourself that you can. All right, so now I'm going to do glute bridge. And got about 20 seconds. I guess I'll start with the ball. This is also, I think this is 8 to 15. Is that what it is? Yeah, 8 to 15. Okay. The one-legged glute bridge. Let's see how this works. Three, two, one. So the farther out your foot is, the harder it is to get around the thing you're kicking. Okay, now the more challenging it'll be. Okay. 20. Switch legs. 10. 15. 20. Two-minute rest. Try it again. All right, so I am going to try to increase this to 24, just to see if I can add that extra range of motion that's going to come with stepping higher. But I got to try. The focus is really to stay on the leg that's doing the work, and not kick off with the foot. Now at that higher height, it's going to be tougher. So we'll see. I noticed at 24 I was doing all right. So we'll see how that goes. Got 1 minute. These are short breaks, but not as short as one might think. All right, 10 seconds. 3, 2. Whew. It's a long way. It's only supposed to be 2 count, but when you're going that far, it's like you're almost doing 3 counts going up and down. I should probably get a board for this. I think it would make it more stable. See if that helps. Just won't, my foot won't sink into it as much. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Yeah, that definitely helps. Much more stable, much more workable. All right, so 10 plus 12 to 22, I only did 20. And then I still did 135, but a much higher height, which was better. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's hard to adjust for height, right? It's more difficult, but it's like, how do you change the weight challenge, you know? Higher range, but I'd have to do like a note. That's all I can do. I could just start adding weight at 30 inches. I won't go to, or at 24 inches. I won't go to 30. 30, I don't even know if I could step on 30. So I got about 45 seconds here, 50 seconds. Twenty seconds. So I grabbed a 35-pound weight. I think I've been giving myself a 10-pound base on this, just because, I mean, yeah, I'm obviously lifting more than 10, I would imagine, but so much of your weight is on the ground, and your feet are on the ground, so you're not lifting any of this weight off the ground. With your upper body sitting on the ground, you're not lifting anything above your shoulders off the ground. So this is all sitting on the ground. So you're lifting this area, and your glutes, I don't know how much of the leverage you're actually getting off of that. By increasing your base on your leg, how wide out this is, you are lifting slightly more because that equilibrium, now the fulcrum point is moving outward, so you're lifting slightly more weight. But my 2 minutes is up. I'm at 2.5. Let's get going. I've talked my way into a longer break. Ten. 16. 20. Ah, that one burned. Other leg. 5. See it drilling into my hip. 10. 16. Ow. Okay, that right side was way harder. It was way harder to find a place to put the weight because that was really hurting my hip. Ugh. That was only two? It's like, oh, got my legs are starting to feel a little on the jelly side. Okay, so I did 35. So I did 45. Woohoo! 20. Ooh, it's a max. But that was rough. Okay. Can I do 8 of these with a vest on? Huh. Well, I like to think the answer is yes. I think I want a longer board. I don't have a longer board right now, but at some point. Let's do it with a medicine ball this time. I got a minute. I was going to do some stretching, but maybe on the next round. You see, I don't feel like my heart rate's getting up there that high. Yeah, it's not a cardio workout. Plus I didn't do any cardio beforehand. Usually if I ramp up my cardio a little before, I'll get a little bit more tired during the workout. But just feel like I'm not getting that same cardio burn. I'm trying to do the rest. They say let the rest happen. Don't be stubborn. All right, time's up. Let's do it. All right, here we go again. Look at you. See, I'm bending my leg, ready to launch. Not supposed to launch. To be honest, I can't sure I wasn't launching at the end. That was definitely something. It's way harder on a tall box than it is on a chair. I'm telling you, that's a long way to go. And remember, I think for a lot of this, uh, with the step up for me, it's not the squat. The part from, just under 90 degrees to full extension, that's the easy part. I could do 200 pounds that way. The part for me that really needs to get worked is that area from just under 90 degrees to, nearly a full acute, was it 180, where I'm actually all the way down where my thighs touch my calves. That to me is the goal. This full thing has to be where my thighs touch my calves. This way I get that full range of motion and I build up the muscles, hamstrings, um, to a strength level where they can lift me up individually. And that's why it's so hard. That's why I think anytime you can do that full range where the leg has to activate on its own, that's the trick. So I noticed that the first one is the hardest one to do in that sense because it's a mental thing to focus the muscle to kick off. Now, once the muscle is activated, so once you've started doing one or two or three, that that keeping it engaged the whole time, so you get all the way down and all the way back up, don't rest, um, it's more possible to let this leg do all the work, engage from the beginning. All right, I've got about 20 seconds. What time is it? Ooh, I've got 20 minutes, and I've got 3 sets to go. No, 2.5 sets to go, or 2.5 rounds to go. 3 sets of this thing, 2 sets of the other. Right. Oh, time's up. I'm 10 seconds over. Ugh. 5, 6, 10, 14, 16, 20. Now remember, these are supposed to be 8 to 15, so I am going over, which is good, but also hard. 5, 10, 15, 20. Ugh. 2-minute rest. And I'll just lie here a minute. Let my glutes go. Figure out what happened. These are getting hard. I see this, I have to use it because it's just like it's just nice to have a little assist, which is silly because my abs haven't been doing anything really. Maybe a little bit in the glute bridge, but not really too much. Just that, it's just nice to have something to grab onto. Uh, Same reason football players can get up off the ground, but they always put their hand out for their teammate or opponent even. I give them a hand up. All right, so did 45 again, did 20 again, and we're on to the next thing. Got about a minute, and then we got 2 more sets to go. Time is cruising, but I should be okay. Let's get this done. Let's go ahead and start getting things logged on a little bit on work, so I'm not pushing that limit. Got about 20 seconds. And then it's step up among us. All right. 10 seconds. We will go ahead and use the weight again. See if I can do 9 at least, huh? Try for a little bit more oomph. Ten. Whew. I knew I had more in me. I was holding out. But you see my heart rate got a lot higher. Definitely more work those last couple. I got one more set of those. Now this is not a max finish. The ones when you see the F on the underneath the 8 here, assuming you can see it. Oh, I can't even point to it. But in the upper right hand corner of each screen is a number 8. Sometimes they have an F under it, which means on the final set you go all out. You hit your max, as many as you can do, with good form. Always keep that in mind. As many as you can do and many as you can do with good form are not always the same. So good form means you're not starting to twist and bob and weave and swing and whatever it is that it takes to get you to that last rep. You're coming up, holding that form with all your might, and you're going to getting the full thing done. That's your max. But the form is key. It's always key. It's the key element of every exercise. Keep the form. If you start doing extra stuff, swinging and bobbing and twisting and whatever, you're just going to end up injuring yourself, and you're not really helping that muscle the way you think you are. So I got 15 seconds left. Let's go do some more glutes. Oh, whoa, I am definitely feeling it. This camera's so close, I can't really see where it's uh, where it's focused at. So forgive me if it's chopping my head off or my leg off or whatever. It's just too close in this spot. 11. 15. 21, which means this leg's on spot. It's always harder to be the second leg. 'Cause it's like, what do you mean 21? I got more I gotta do last time, and I'm gonna go second. Pressure's on, leg. Can you keep up? 5. 10. 15. Okay. So I'm so tired. Okay, so glutes are feeling it. One more set, and we're all done for Friday, and we're ready to start the weekend. What are my plans for this weekend? I don't know. I think we're supposed to be gaming tomorrow night at Moby, and I think I actually don't have to work. Surprise, surprise. Uh, so, I think I might be on call next week, and then the whole working weekends thing starts again, probably for a couple of weeks. About a minute left. As far as streams go, probably Active Minds Gamer. I don't work out on Saturdays, so I don't know. I'd like to do a Frosthaven, but I always say that. I say that every weekend, and I only get it in about once or twice a month. Uh, Probably some painting, maybe some video gaming. I do have to do a state of the game for Marvel Snap. I'll probably do that maybe for lunch today, maybe. So keep an eye out for that. Active Minds Gamer. I got about 30 seconds left. Let's see if I can do my spiel quick so I don't have to throw it at you at the end. If you're into miniatures at all, check out Active Minds Games on YouTube and Instagram, and you'll see what the X case and the Mage cage are. They're a storage device that's a storage slash display slash transport for all your miniatures that are 3.5 inches or smaller. And it's great, makes a great wall display. Carry your paints around with you if you like to paint your minis. It'll hold minifigs, Hot Wheels, medals, and an assortment of other little things, even small like chain link Funkos and that kind of thing. My 2 minutes is up, so I gotta get going. So I didn't quite make it, but hey, if you're into that kind of thing and you want to be part of our Kickstarter to make more clear ones, which we are out of, uh, if you want to take part in that to get the bigger units, the shelves, the drawers that are going to go in there, maybe even some paint racks and other kind of accessories that we're hoping to have designed and ready to go for that as well. Follow us on Facebook. We're using that. Please go to Facebook, Active Minds Games. Follow us there. Let us know that you're interested. And leave a comment too if you like, that you're interested in being part of that Kickstarter when we launch it. We're not going to launch the launch date until we hit 800 followers on Facebook. So again, that's Facebook, Active Minds Games, for to be part of the Kickstarter. Okay. Oh yeah, it took me about 45 seconds too long. Let's get started. Last set. All right, right leg's getting back at the left leg today. Did 12, left leg second, and now it has to do 12. We'll see how that goes. Hooah! That's Friday. I am done. Hit my limit in so many ways. And average heart rate 107. Still pretty good. At least it's over 100. Though I think most of that came at the end. That's it for me. You have a good weekend. Till next time, stay fit, stay healthy. Goodbye.